Welcome back. We're here to discuss some entertainment news with our lovely panel. We've got Harrison Polo, give it up. Woo! And Christina Jones. And last but certainly not least, Adam Lowy. So to kick things off tonight, we got a lot of basketball going on right now. We got NCAA March Madness and the NIT for us Cougs who can't quite make it to the championship bracket.
Hey, we're in the Final Four. For
right.
The,
That's true. Winner the losers.
Yeah.
I thought it was the knit until you just said that, actually.
No. You've been calling it the knit tournament, Christina?
Yeah, no one's corrected me so far.
Wait, what do you actually think it means then?
I don't really know, I guess. National, international tournament.
Well, it actually stands for not in the tournament. I mean,
which we definitely aren't. Yes, the National Invitation Tournament. It's interesting that UW, made it into the NCAA, and it's like, okay, so we've gotten 3 charges of weed, and they've gotten 1 of rape, but they made it into the tournament. So it's like, I don't know if they won in the end over us or not. What's more potent? Rape in NCAA, 3 weed, NIT. What do you guys think?
That's a tough one.
I don't know.
I would say we still won just because we're better.
Yeah, I kind of like the 3 weed.
We got 2 out of 3.
Like the 3
we got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That's 66%, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I'm not a math student, sorry.
Are you guys
Clearly.
polling for any team specifically in the Final Four? We've got Butler versus VCU and UConn versus Kentucky.
VCU.
VCU?
Kentucky.
Cinderella story? Going for the underdog? I think I'm kind of going for the underdog too.
I want to see UConn. I really like Kemba Walker from UConn.
Yeah.
I want to see UConn win it all.
Yeah.
So.
I just heard that was supposed to go for Kentucky. I
That's
don't pay attention to this kind of stuff.
Actually, I kind of want Butler because their coach looks like Harry Potter, and so I feel like I'm cheering on Hogwarts in a sense, and I like that.
Gryffindor.
Yeah. So on to our next topic. Chris Brown was just on Good Morning America and had quite the display. Number one, he looked like Cisco. He has dyed his hair. He has bleached his hair, which I don't feel is a very good look. Cisco's not one to emulate. Thong Song was a one-hit wonder. I don't know that he'd want to follow in his footsteps in any way.
Well, my thing with this is he took his shirt off, which, I'd be full supportive if you're very muscular in that area, but his strong suit is his lower half, so maybe he should have just ripped his pants off and just ran around and be like, well, you know what, I got this to work with, so Well,
yeah, that was the thing, is he got so upset over the interview that was conducted because the woman kept bringing up,
He kept trying to go back to the album.
Right,
Yeah.
and the woman kept bringing up him beating Rihanna a couple years ago, and so he did the performance, stormed off stage, went back to his dressing room, smashed a window, and then took his shirt off and walked out of the building. And I'm like, who takes their shirt off when they're angry? That never has come to mind to me when I'm angry. It's like, so mad I need to rip this shirt off. I can't have it on me anymore. It's just the weirdest thing I thought
Maybe he felt like it was a real masculine thing to do. I don't know.
Like a Hulk move, just like,
I've never done anything like that.
Right.
See, but one thing with that is that he didn't actually really break the glass with when he threw the chair against it. He kind of shattered it.
Yeah.
So I feel like he kind of ruined his manhood there too. It's like you can't really break a window.
Right.
It's a pretty easy thing to do.
So what was the second best thing? He's like, I'm just taking my shirt off.
Yeah.
I can't break a window, so I'm gonna break my shirt off.
At the same time, what do they think he's going to be asked of? Of course he's going to get asked about the Rihanna situation. I mean, that's just a common.
No, but I think he was upset because she kept coming back to it. He's like, okay, it's been a while. I think I was like, I'm past that. Let's focus on the album. Hey, everyone, guess what? I have an album. Then she'd ask him again. He's like, we should be talking about the album, which is called, ironically, Forgiving All My Enemies. Right?
Yeah. I wonder if he forgave Robin Roberts for that.
I don't think so. I think she's like a fresh enemy.
Fresh enemy.
Fresh enemy.
She's going to be on my new album.
Can never
Hate
have
all
enough.
my enemies.
All my enemies.
You can never have enough enemies if you're Chris Brown, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. So, as we know, huge earthquake, tsunami disaster in Japan, and some celebrities have recently gotten in trouble for making jokes about the situation. Probably the most notable is Gilbert Gottfried, who got fired as the voice of the Aflac duck because he tweeted, and I quote, "Japan is really advanced. They don't go to the beach comes to them."
I can just picture him saying that with his that crazy voice he does.
Yeah. pretty intense. And then the UCLA girl.
Yeah.
You watched that.
I heard when I first watched that, I was like, is this real?
Right.
Like, I couldn't, like, she's like in the library, like, and I guess she was like around like other Asian guys, and like they were like making phone calls, and she's like blowing up about how they're like how they should go back to Japan, and like how they need to do that outside. Like, gosh.
What bothered me about her was she faces the camera, super blonde, super tan, and now I'm stereotyping, so I'm like in her level, whatever, she deserves it.
Aren't you tan? Never mind.
That's besides the point. So she tans and everything, and she has her boobs in the camera, and she's like, yeah, and I was typing a paper, and just when I was about to have an epiphany, putting the boobs even closer to the camera, I hear this guy over here saying, ching ching chong, like da da da, and it's just like, you know you weren't about to have an epiphany, you know you're just uploading new Facebook photos from Saturday night. Like, you got nothing, like, in all honesty, and I mean...
She goes to UCLA, I mean, it's...
Yeah, I mean, but you can't hate on UCLA. I mean, it stands for you see a lot of Asians.
Wow.
It's true.
You just got to deal with it.
All right, moving on. So teen mom Janelle Evans is facing charges. She was in Teen Mom 2. There's a video that surfaced of her just beating the living crap out of another girl. Very like podunk situation, just two girls going at it. But I watched the video, and before I watched the video, I heard that this girl who got totally annihilated by her wasn't going to press charges, and I was like, what? Who wouldn't press charges on this chick? And I watched the video and watched her like smash in her face. I was like, oh, that's why. Like, you just don't want to keep pissing this girl off. But I had like almost nightmares about seeing that video. She is crazy. Look at her. Jesus.
She doesn't look that angry there, actually.
She hasn't showered in years.
She looks kind of depressed. I don't know.
She's surprised that she got caught. She was practicing it as an MMA fighter right there.
That show kind of reminds me of the Maury Show in a way. Like, they have like all of a sudden like the guy will come into like the relationship or whatever, and then there'll just be all this arguing like one on like one, and like it's like, okay, are you? I guess you're the father. Are you not? Like, I don't know.
See, that's why it kind of ticks me off. I don't watch this show very often. I maybe catch an episode here or there, but I feel like there should be more focus. There should be another show, maybe on MTV2 or something that's focusing on the guys.
Yeah.
And it could be called like. It could be like, what is it, 16-year-old? It's like, oh, my girlfriend's pregnant kind of show. Because I think that'd be really interesting to see the guys' point of view from this, because they're stuck with this whole situation too, you know?
Right. And the thing that's scary is that, you know, she's known for being on Teen Mom, so it's like her role as a celebrity is mother, and the videos that are surfacing of her just like beating the out of someone, and it's like, how is she allowed to care for? I mean, she looks like she just spent a week in a gas station bathroom. Like, it's terrifying. How does she have time to keep up with a kid? I don't know.
See, well, with Teen Mom 2, if you watch the show like I do, because I always stay up on my MTV.
Right, because you have a lot of priorities in life.
Yes, I do. So my thing is, she actually doesn't even take care of her child. Her mom does.
Oh, okay.
Poor baby Jace. But she's basically if anyone has seen Teen Mom, like the original, there was Amber, and Amber was pretty trashy herself. She used to beat up her boyfriend Gary all the time. I'm on first name basis, by the way.
That's evident.
And so I feel like she's taking it to a whole new level. Like, she like looked at Amber and she's like, yeah, she hit Gary, but watch, I'm gonna beat this over here.
Yeah, it was intense.
So I feel like Janelle is just like the trashier version of Amber. And she's just trying to take over the role and everything, and maybe they'll become best friends in jail later on. But
I could see that.
It's just not a good situation.
And lastly, this girl is just huge right now. Rebecca Black, her video.
My favorite.
Can we just get an applause break on the Rebecca Black Friday? Wow. I discovered the video when my roommate sent me a link on Facebook, and with the caption, "See how long into this you can watch it before you want to kill yourself." And I was like, oh, this will be good. And sure enough, I watched it, and there were so many things that I couldn't even comprehend. They were so bad, I was like a fembot. I was like a minute in, just like, I can't do this. Like, I can't watch all of this. And they did the interview with her on Good Morning America. Yeah. And the interviewer asks her, "Do you think you're talented?" And she says, and I quote, I think I have talent on some level. It's like, oh, on some level. Oh, that's good. What level is that? Like the same as Paris Hilton? Or like the 2 guys in Black Eyed Peas that do nothing in that group? Like, is that the level? Because that's really what I want to be a part of, you know? And she says, I don't think I'm the worst singer, but I don't think I'm the best singer. Like, really, no you know? What an intelligent observation. You know, maybe you could have figured that out before you posted a video and made 60 million people want to rip their ears off.
When I first heard about it, like, I just had gotten a Twitter a few weeks ago. I just got a Twitter. And so, like, I didn't understand this kind of, like, earlier, I didn't understand this Rebecca Black thing. It got so big, so I'm like, what is this all about? And it's like all over Twitter on the trends, you know, Rebecca Black, on like every single one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this all about? And like, I YouTubed it finally, and it was the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life. Like, I cannot get, like, ugh.
Yeah.
What doesn't make sense to me though is that people are going through like the comments. They're saying like she's a bad singer. Oh, she's this, that. There's 2 things that stood out the most to me in this video, and it's nothing like that she's a bad singer. It's one, she's 13 and she's getting into a car with supposedly a bunch of other 13-year-olds who obviously can't drive. That's my big thing. Second is, who's this random 40-year-old black guy that's going to come to the party later? I mean, you know.
That's a little creepy.
That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
See, my thing with that is, if they were 16-year-olds in the car, what is an 8th grader doing with high schoolers? Like, those were the that you knew in like high, like, that were like came up to the high school after school, and you're just like, you are not supposed to be here. Like, go back and go play with your Barbies and things like that. But what I thought was funny was she said to an interviewer, I've been through so much hate in my life. It doesn't bother me anymore. You know, it's not hating on you when people are saying, Rebecca, you really can't sing. Like, I'm sorry. That's called career advice. Maybe, like, you know, just like take it and run with it, and, you know, go become whatever you want to become. But
well, the thing that's
beauty is not your career.
The thing that's getting such heavy criticism are the lyrics, and if you listen to them, one of her lines that she apparently thinks is really like clever and hip, because she says it a few times, is the whole, which seat can I take? You guys know that? It's like sitting in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Which seat can I take? And it's like, well, Rebecca, you can take any seat so long as that car immediately drives into a river. Like, I don't care. Take that seat. I don't care. And then the rapper, you're so right. It's just some creepy 40-year-old-ish man that's rapping in the middle of it. And I wrote down one of his lines. It says, I'm driving, cruising in the fast lane, driving by, it's a school bus in front of me. And it's like, wait, if you're cruising the freeway and you're on your way to a party, I think you're lost. If you're in a residential area, there's a school bus in front of you, you're not going to the right party, man. Like, you should be going home anyway.
See, or maybe he is going to the right party. I mean, he is 40 years old hanging out with a 13-year-old.
That's a good point. I don't really want to go down that road, Christina, but I think you could be right.
Also, like, I feel like it's such a bad influence. I mean, she's skipping school and making this song. I mean, like, she's
skipping school and making this song.
She's only 13.
I feel bad for the bus driver.
See, I heard that the song was actually made on a Monday.
She's a liar.
Well,
so not only is she a bad influence, not only is she is a liar.
Yeah.
She's all 3.
Yeah. I think my favorite lyric of the whole thing is, yesterday was Thursday, today it is Friday, tomorrow Saturday, and Sunday comes afterwards. It's just like brilliant, brilliant.
It's almost like another weekday song.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah. So anyway, that's been our panel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. When we come back, we are going to be talking with 2011's Miss Spokane, Genay Tucker. So stay tuned. We'll be talking with her later.